So, hello everybody, I'm here with friend of the vlog, Sarah, and we're continuing talking about who we thought we would be like 5 years ago. So you graduated from college 5 years ago.
5 years ago exactly.
Right?
Yesterday.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So when you graduated from college, where did you think you would be?
I thought I would be in New York.
Okay, which is where you are.
Which is where I am. But I had a very displaced sense of that and what it would take to get there. It took a lot more hard work than I was bargaining for.
Okay.
Or I think 5 years ago, the sense of hard work was very abstract to me, and now it's very real.
So what did you think your profession would be when you graduated from college? Because you have an environmental studies degree, right?
I do. I have an environmental studies degree, and then at the time I think I was going to law school, but I was really kind of kidding myself that entire time. Because I didn't really want to be a lawyer.
Did you take the LSAT?
I did take the LSAT, and I did. And
what an experience that is.
What an experience. And I applied to law school, and I got into a lot of really good law schools, which was really exciting. But, you know, even when, like, the best of the best acceptance letters come, I still wasn't really excited, which is how I kind of knew.
That's legit.
So I moved to Florida for a couple of years, became a designer, and then I moved to New York to become a designer. I didn't bargain on the Florida part.
That's fair.
And it was the fact that I went to Florida. It was the most unexpected hiccup in the road, and I was really bitter about it at the time, but it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. Because when I was in Florida, I learned how to budget.
Yes.
I learned the value of hard work, of earning your own money. I never really earned my own money before. Like, it always kind of been chump change. I mean, I had, but, like, you know, it was like work study or like working on the side. Like, it was always like kind of like for extra money, because like at UNC I was on the Covenant Scholarship.
Right, me too.
So you kind of got like your base, and then you got your cost of living, and so it was your cost of living that I was working towards. So the cost of living was like eating and like going out and everything like that. So I didn't really know, you know, the value of like earning, you know, to make your rent, and then everything else kind of falls after that. So anyway, that was what I earned in Florida. So it was ultimately the best 2 years. And so I was glad that, even though I was really bitter that I didn't move to New York directly after graduation, I moved to New York when I was ready.
Yeah. And you're happy in New York now?
Oh yes, very much. I don't plan on leaving anytime soon.
That's always a nice feeling, you know?
So that's where I am 5 years after college.
Wow. That's always, like, it's good to hear that, like, we've been talking about how, like, transformative, like, the years after college are. It's a thing. It's been good.
Very transformative.
All right. Well, that's what we got. But we will probably be back with other things soon. Bye. Hi again. I know that I've done a lot of videos this weekend, like more than average, but Pam had such a great idea thinking about what the past 5 years have been, and just thinking about graduation again, because it's going to be a couple years before that happens for me, but that doesn't mean that life doesn't change this time of year for everybody, or that reflecting on the time that's gone by isn't a useful thing. I think it's interesting how, like, I had never really thought about what my plan had been until Pam kind of forced me into it. And I had completely forgotten the person that you had wanted to be, Pam. That was just a completely different story, and I had a different story then too, I think. Though we still had plans. And then Joy, thinking about how you ended up doing what you were gonna do, but not in the way that you were gonna do it. I mean, you had a plan, but life also looks different than what you thought it would then too, a lot. Even though it looks the same. And like, I didn't get to talk to you, Erin, but I did get to stop by and see you at work. And I know that your life has changed a whole lot just in the past couple of months. And that life is different than you thought it would be. And then Sarah, you were in New York and like knew that this was the goal, but like the way of getting there was different than you thought it would be. And it's just fascinating how like we all came from similar places and ended up doing other things in our lives, or the same things. You know, it's hard to talk about like destiny or purpose or all that kind of stuff. I'm back at the pond near Tottenham because I was on 40 and my hands went straight to this exit, and I figured may as well. It's weird how your body just remembers these kind of things. And I can't stay here long because the geese are here. But it's always interesting to reflect on who you've been. And to think about the person that you'll be in 5 years or not. You know, just how life can change. And then how like every bit of life is still lovely, mostly. So yeah, I just wanted to close out this series with some extra thoughts because I felt like that should happen. But I think that's all I got. All I have for like 2 weeks. So this has been good, and I'll see y'all soon.